Hey guys, this is me, Fall93862. I just got out of the shower. That's why my hair is so wet. Um, so I just wanted to make this video real quick. Well, not real quick. This will be a long one because and this is mainly to the people I played WoW with over the years. By the way, thank you guys so much. I'm glad I met you, and I'm sorry I haven't been on. I made a promise, and I didn't. I didn't really hold up to it. I said I'd be on more on Legion. I said I'd roleplay a bit more. I'd try to hang out with you guys a bit more, and it never happened. And there really isn't a good excuse for that, so all I'm going to say is I'm sorry. And hope you um, either accept that or don't. I'm sorry. Anyways, what I'm trying to get out through all that is I love this game. I love World of Warcraft. I've been on a very long hiatus from it for a while since I let my subscription run out. And it's not because I didn't feel like it was the same game. It's not, but I didn't feel like it's not that. I just didn't. I wasn't motivated to play any longer, and I just kind of dropped off the face of the earth. In this case, off the face of Azeroth. Who maybe you don't know, or who have seen my Free Fall and No Trace series. By the way, if you've seen that, thank you. They were very, very amateur videos. I have a leg itch. I'm sorry. And it was just me having fun playing with free fall with slow fall. It's one of my favorite things to do as a mage. Just get up on really high places or fly up to them, and just jump and slow fall. It was fun. It was really fun. I like doing that. But what I missed most right now that I find is the role playing. I miss role playing in World of Warcraft. I actually do. There were 3 servers I role played on, and I made a lot of friends that either I haven't talked to in a while or have just dropped off the face of the earth as well. And it just happens sometimes. It's kind of like life. Things suddenly happen. You can't play as much as you used to, or you'll find yourself in a loop where you can't play for a very long time, or your interests change. I've recently gotten back into more console gaming. That's why I don't upload much gameplay anymore, because my thing that I use to record Xbox 360 gameplay I don't think is compatible for Xbox One, so I just haven't been really doing that. I'm feeling like trying it on some Steam games once I get a better screen capturing recording software. I know of a free one, I just need to get it, and that'll be it, pretty much. So, look forward to that in the future, I guess. But anyways, there was 3 servers I roleplayed on. One was my first. It was, and those people who roleplay with me on Argent Dawn, um, by the way, Argent Dawn was not the first server I roleplayed on. It was Auchindoun, and I don't know why either. And now I don't know why I chose to roleplay on Auchindoun. I just did it. It was a family roleplay thing, and I really don't like having to admit this. Um, it was a long-term family roleplay, by the way. I was playing a little gnome child adopted by a fucking dragon and a human couple. Oh my god. Hang on a second. I'm sorry, I just need a moment to take all that in. So, I remember that so long ago. It's been years ago, by the way. So yeah, that used to be the kind of role player I was. And I broke off with that server very, very quickly. Once I realized what PvP meant. I remember. You gotta remember. I was little. I didn't understand a lot of internet terms at this point. There was a time I didn't even know what LOL meant. And I'm like, I'm kicking myself for not knowing those back then, but I didn't know. There's nothing I can really do about that now. So, But anyways, second server I role played on. Many of you I have the person I two, no, one person I have on my recommended channels list. Ironhammer 23. Um, it's from a server, as well, the same server as me, Argent Dawn. It was a roleplay server, and right now there's not really much roleplay at all on that server anymore. But there used to be a lot of it. I can't even begin, really. Okay, let's start. I was in a guild where we roleplayed mainly as dragons, and that was cringy as shit. But it was fun. And I was even in a guild recruitment video for that one. Can't remember what the guild was called. I would show you the video if I remembered, but I saw it on YouTube. I was like, it's my first moment of fame. It was my lame claim to fame. What else? I was in a Scarlet. I'll get to that later. I was in a pirate-themed roleplay guild. That was actually pretty cool. The captain was a night elf, and I played as the ship's dragon, like little proto-dragonling, kind of. And yeah, that was pretty fun for a while, but then the guild leader dropped off the face of the earth. And I would tell you that person's name, but I don't remember it. It's been that long. The second was a Scarlet-themed, well, sort of Scarlet-themed roleplay guild, and I can't really remember what it was called. It was the Scarlet something. I wasn't a major role in that guild, but I showed up to a lot of the roleplays. That was it. But the guild that I think forged the most connections with, people I'm talking about, you know you are, is the Iron Hammer, where I roleplayed Darkemdir, the Thunderbringer. He was a Death Knight, and he was based off of character known as Lightemdir. Well, not really based off of. I stole his friggin' name, Ed Light. I'm sorry. If you have a YouTube channel, to just comment or shit. I'm very sorry about this, by the way. I'm sorry. I did steal your name. I just turned it. He was literally named Lightemdir. I just changed it to Darkemdir. I'm very creative, as you could. I was very creative, as you could tell. There's some prominent members that I'll give shoutouts to right now. There was Idissy, who is Ironhammer 23, Ashen Valor. I remember you guys. You were really fun. Ashen Valor, you were funny as fuck, by the way. I can't remember how many times I just like laughed my ass off. Just when you've talked. Honestly. I might not have showed it always on screen because we were role playing or something, and there was great times on Argent Dawn. I really miss being on that server, and it's sad to think that nobody really role plays on that anymore. There was some drama at the end, I know, guys, and I'm still kicking myself for that. We gotta remember, I was still very young. No, not very young. I was still young. I was like, I don't even remember how old, to be honest. And it just kind of went downhill from there until I found Moonguard, which I still need to compile some information, so I'll be back in a. I'm splitting this up into clips, so it's I don't know. I just kind of wanted to do that too. Sorry. So, Moonguard. Yes, Moonguard. The place that houses the infamous raid with unkillable morons known as Pornshire. The raid is called Pornshire. It is a very difficult raid, really needs some coordination. It's in fact so difficult that people don't even want to approach Pornshire. Like, even any level can go in, by the way. You can be level 1, and you can go into Pornshire, just try to go in, but most people with sense just go across, just take that treacherous journey across the road And you go to the road and they stop. You go across that green patch onto the road that leads to Stormont and just go. Most people I've seen do still quest there, and I'm like, I feel bad for you. I feel very, very bad for you. But, anyways, it's supposed to be on the good parts of Moonguard. I met a lot of people on Moonguard. I was in a guild called the House of Darrow for actually a couple of years, to be honest. It was pretty neat. We had a lot of actually a time where we interacted with some major roleplay guilds. There's a roleplay guild still active now, by the way, called the Clergy of the Holy Light. We actually did clash with them for a while. We were an unholy themed guild. We were Scourge themed, and they were, you know, I think it's kind of obvious what theme they were going for. So we naturally clashed. We wanted to clash there. We also clashed with a guild I remember from Argent Dawn called the Unholy Kingdom, I think. Yeah, anyone from Elstar, correct me on that. I'm pretty sure we clashed with Unholy Kingdom at some point. We did that. There was some legendary well, not legendary, but they were there. You gotta remember, we were also not the greatest role players on the planet. So, they were awesome to us. But anyone else who had the disdain of role playing with us. We also clashed with a guild that actually lost a lot of members and just dropped off the face of the earth. I can't remember what they're called. I can't even remember. They were like a sea-themed guild, I think. Shames, if you remember, type it in the comments. I can't really remember what they're called. What else? Who else? We clashed with a Night Elf themed guild. That was fun. I think that was actually one of our first clashes, to be honest. But then, as the years drew on, we just kind of lost motivation to stay in Darrow slowly. We had a couple of rebellions. I joined up with one dude named Ajayad. That was his roleplay name. I think his player name was Nerzul something. I'm sorry if I forgot your name, by the way. You were actually really cool. And there's people I met there. Honatai, Shames, Durandon. Man, I miss you guys so much. I am really sorry that I just dropped off the face of the earth. And this was a very long rant, and I'm very sorry about that. As well, this video is full of sorries. It's probably broken the sorry quota. And I'm sorry for that. I am planning on returning at some point, once I get life sorted out right now. We'll see what happens. But until then, I will be off. I will try to be on Battle.net now that I think. And I try to interact with you guys a bit more once again. I might also be more active on Skype. I gotten the app, and all it's been is me signing into my computer and just clicking off Skype. Like, when it pops up, I just go, no, go away. And I'll try to do that more. Actually be on Skype. You know, the app you guys talked me into getting. I don't regret that, by the way. Thank you. So, yeah, I miss you guys. I miss you guys so much. Peace.